but I know you're going to be great. You're going to do amazing things. You're going to do awesome. And next year, if you need help, いつでもどこでも誰でも please ask me. I'll help you however I can. For these 3 years, ありがとうございます。
Please change here for the Chicago J1 lines, Tokyo Skytrain line, and Tokyo Metro B09.
Hello everyone, I'm Dante, and this is Dante Dakara, and yes, that was a video of me shedding a few tears. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dante, and this is a channel dedicated to my life and adventures here in Japan. I'm based out of Tokyo, expat vet, teacher, as you saw in that little clip. The hardest part about teaching is saying goodbye. Without a doubt, I struggle the most with saying goodbye, and it gets harder and harder every year, or it has gotten harder and harder every year because I've had my students for longer. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a junior high school teacher, so I have my students for a total of 3 years. And I teach all 3 year groups. So I know all of them, and as time goes on, I know more and more about them, and it hurts more and more to say goodbye to them. So before I continue, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and let's continue on. So in that clip, I was talking to them for their last English class, and each year group, I see, generally speaking, less and less and less as the years go by. My first year students, I see them 12 times a week. My second year students, I see them 8 times a week. And my third year students, I see them 4 times a week, because increasingly they need me less and less. Theoretically, they need me less and less. And so this group was truly special. Every group is special, but this one was special because it's the first time that I've had a group from the beginning of their first year to the end of their third year. So it was difficult. But I will say the rewarding part is that I've grown immensely as a teacher by having this group of students. I think every group of students kind of teaches you something different. And if you're a student now, like if you're a student in college or whatever, or even just thinking back to when you were a student, there's always like one teacher that kind of sticks out. And if there isn't that teacher, then I'm sorry. But there's always a teacher that sticks out that kind of makes you think, yeah, you know, I mattered to somebody, like somebody took an interest in me, someone cared about me. I didn't have that teacher. None of my teachers, you know, stuck out or cared about me enough to take an interest in my life. And I feel like that if there was a teacher like that, then my life would probably be a little bit different, because my dreams when I was younger, you know, were so high, but no one really facilitated those dreams. No one really thought that my dreams were worth, you know, taking an interest in when I was a student. So now that I'm a teacher, I have made it my mission to take interest in everything that my students are interested in, and I'll research everything my students are interested in just to make sure that they know that their dreams matter. And, you know, as a Black male teacher, and I'm not making this just about a Black thing, but we're rare. We are unicorns in the teaching world. There's not enough representation of us as teachers in America, at least. And definitely not so in Japan. If you look at the amount of teachers and the kind of teachers that you're going to see in Japan, the stereotype is your white Anglo-Saxon Protestant male or female. But generally speaking, not me. Not my skin color, and not my my gender. That being said, I think that I have something different to offer them. And in one of my other videos, which I'll put up here, I said as much, that, you know, there is something that I can offer them. There's a culture base, there's an experience that I can offer them that's very different from what they would usually get. A lot of them, they had somebody who was of that stereotypical foreigner base in their elementary school. So they have one kind of experience, but what I give them is something different. And that difference matters, because if their world is based on one view, and let's say it's just the Japanese view, then they're limited. But they're just as limited if they're only given one view of what American culture is or foreign culture is. If they're only given Canadians, then they only know the world through a Canadian perspective. If they only given Americans, then they're only given the world an American perspective. And by virtue of the fact that I was in the military and I traveled all over the world, I can give them something from everywhere. And so I think it's incredibly important that I continue to teach here, but also that I continue to learn here, because my experiences aren't the end all be all of experiences around the world and in Japan. So as I teach these students, I'm learning from them. And as I'm learning from them and teaching to them, they're taking parts of me, because the one thing that I've been known for is being passionate. And probably to a fault. Some of my old coworkers, when I was in the military, would say that I was passionate to the point that I could not be consoled whether I was, angry or sad, or even if I was happy. I always took it to that next extreme because I was so passionate about what I was doing. I've learned to kind of temper and focus that passion to enhance whatever I'm doing. But with that passion comes a cost, and that cost is pain, because saying goodbye to these students is saying goodbye to a piece of myself that I gave them over these past 3 years. But I would not have it any other way than to so passionately give, and learn, and then to feel this cost, to hurt. And next year, I'll do it again. So my question to you is, who is the teacher that took interest in you? And if you didn't have that teacher, what would you look for in a teacher, like in a mentor, that would help you move to the next level or make your dreams come true? I want to know. So tell me below in the comment section. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Dante. This is Dante Dakara. Until next time, see ya.